Every level of wholesale real estate explained. Level 1, begin. These are the people who think that wholesale real estate is passive income. They've watched every YouTube video, joined 7 free Facebook groups, and can recite the definition of an assignment fee in their sleep, but have never actually picked up a phone and cold called or even cold emailed for that matter. They've watched 47 hours of YouTube content but haven't pulled a single list. They have 5 different CRMs saved in their bookmarks, but they don't use any of them. And they're in every single Facebook group asking, do you need money to start wholesaling? The answer is somehow going to be different the 15th time they ask. These people think driving for dollars means scrolling Google Street View from their couch, and they somehow believe that forming an LLC is going to make them more legitimate before doing a single deal. The state filing is going to bring them credibility with sellers. They have 12 different courses bookmarked, but they've never finished a single one. And for some reason, they still think you need a real estate license to wholesale, which is insane because the information is literally free everywhere. But here's the real problem. They're afraid to cold call because rejection might hurt their feelings. So they just stay stuck watching just one more training video. These folks are stuck in analysis paralysis, convincing themselves they need more information before they can take action. Which, speaking of, let's talk about level 2. Level 2 is the novice. Unlike level 1, who never takes action on anything, these people are actually doing outreach. The problem is they're doing it so badly, they'd probably be better off not doing any at all. Let me break down the 3 different types of novice wholesalers you'll run into. First, you have the phone terrorist. This person calls sellers and immediately asks for their price. There's no introduction, no rapport. Just straight to, how much do you want for the house? They treat reading scripts like a hostage reading a ransom note, and you can hear the fear in their voice. They hang up the second they hear any objection. They think rapport building means asking about the weather, right? How's it going today? Nice out there? Okay, so about the house. They make 20 calls and claim they talk to everyone when really 18 people hung up on them within the first 5 seconds. And their voice shakes so bad sellers think it's a prank call. Next, you have the text spammer. This genius sends one generic-ass text to 1,000 people saying, hey, you want to sell your house? And then wonders why their number gets blocked by every single person. They think personalization means adding a property address to the template. Hey, want to sell 123 Main Street? Finally, my favorite of them all, you have the lowball artist. This person offers 30 cents on the dollar to every single person. Every single property, doesn't matter if it's retail ready or completely burned down. The same offer, they think negotiation means repeating the same offer just louder, right? They burn every lead because they don't understand seller motivation, which if you want me to make a dedicated video for understanding sellers' motivation so you can actually close more deals, just go ahead and let me know in the comments. Level 3, you have the intermediate. Everyone who closes their first deal calls themselves a wholesaler. But we're here today to define real intermediate wholesalers. These are the people who got 1 or 2 deals, probably got lucky, and now they think they've got it figured out. Not good, not bad, just inconsistent. They closed the deal because a seller called them from a cold email they sent 3 months ago. They weren't even expecting it. Phone rang, they answered, seller wanted to move fast, and boom, deal closed. Now they think they have a system, but really, they just got lucky. And they can't replicate the result because they don't know how it actually worked. Was it the cold email? Was it the marketing copy they used? The location? They have no idea. So what do? Well, they spend the assignment fee immediately instead of reinvesting any in marketing. New truck, new watch, Gucci, vacation. The money disappears faster than it came in. They celebrate for 3 weeks instead of getting back on the phones and reverse engineering exactly what helped them close that deal. They're telling everybody how much money they just made, but their confidence is way higher than their competence. They ghost leads for weeks because they think they're too busy being successful. Then they wonder why no one wants to work with them when they finally follow up. You might think closing a couple deals makes you legit, and in some ways it does, but when was 40 grand the goal? The difference between intermediate and the next level is intentionality. They know why they closed, not just that they closed. And up until this point, it's just been all criticism and call-outs. Now it's time to start showing respect. Level 4, competent. In here, we will begin talking about people making real money. Some of them may even be your role models. Level 4 is full of what I like to call consistent closers. These are mostly solo operators doing 2 or 3 deals a month, making $30,000 to $50,000 monthly. It's real money, it's repeatable money, right? They figured out lead generation. They can run a sales call without sounding like some kind of scared telemarketer. And they know how to find buyers and actually close transactions. They work 40 hours a week, but the check clears every month like clockwork. They bought a course or a mentorship, they took action on it, and now they built a real skill set. They know their numbers, they track KPIs, they even understand their conversion rates. How many calls to get an appointment, how many appointments to get a contract, how many contracts to close a deal. However, they have a bottleneck. They are maxed out on time. They can't scale because they're doing everything themselves. Pulling lists, making calls, running appointments, negotiating contracts, finding buyers, coordinating closings, all of it. They're trading time for money at a high rate, but still trading time for money. One vacation, one sick week, and the business just completely stops. No calls going out means no deals coming in. These wholesalers have proven they can close and make money, but they've hit a ceiling. They're working harder than they ever have, but can't grow past like $40K a month because there's only 24 hours in a day. Then we have level 5, the proficients. Everyone from this level on is just about scale. Proficient level operators have made their first hire, usually a sales guy, and then everything changed, right? Now all of a sudden they can do 4 more deals now, making $40,000 to $75,000 consistently. Their business doesn't completely die when they take a day off. Some have some Filipino VAs handling the phone, some US-based callers, some have a mix, doesn't matter. What matters is now they're working 40 hours instead of 60, but making more money. Now, people argue whether you should hire at this level or continue grinding longer solo, but these operators prove that delegation works. Think of it like a restaurant. A solo operator is cooking every meal themselves. They're taking orders, they're washing dishes, they're running the register, everything. Where proficient operators have hired a line cook. They're still expediting every dish, managing a front of house, doing dishes, running the register, but at least somebody else is on the grill. They're not doing literally everything anymore. But here's what's holding them back from the next level. They don't have a fully ramped up sales team yet, and they're still closing deals themselves. Marketing systems may exist, but they aren't documented. If a VA quits tomorrow, they're gonna have to start over from scratch teaching somebody else. They haven't built standard operating procedures for anything. They're still the bottleneck on every transaction. The deal doesn't close unless they personally handle it, and these wholesalers broke through the time ceiling by hiring, but they're still trapped because they haven't systematized. One person leaving could cripple the operation. Level 6, you have the expert. This is where wholesale real estate becomes an actual business. Typically, experts range between $75,000 and $150,000 a month, right? Operations are intense, demanding, and require somebody who understands systems, management, and scale. This is not side hustle wholesaling. No compromises happen at this level. Everything is intentional. They have multiple employees handling different marketing channels, cold calling, cold email, SMS, direct mail. Every single channel has a dedicated person. They have a sales manager closing deals while the owner can focus on strategy. The owner isn't on the phone with sellers anymore. They're analyzing markets. They're building relationships with money partners. They're expanding into new areas. And they're doing $75,000 to $150,000 a month in assignment fees. Even though the owner is only working 20 to 30 hours a week, which is mostly on management and vision, right? They're having team meetings, KPI reviews, they're hiring, they're training. And most beginners won't appreciate what it takes to get there because they don't understand team management. They see the income and they think it's easy. They don't see the employee issues, the marketing spend, the constant problem solving. These operators have documented SOPs for everything. Weekly KPI reviews, structured training programs, accountability systems. Everything runs on process, not personality. Early wholesalers did everything themselves. These operators engineered leverage. But here's the trade-off. More income means more complexity. You can't just ghost for a week without consequences. Team members need management, processes need refinement, problems need solving. Even with the team, multiple deals, and $150K in monthly revenue, this isn't the peak. Level 7 is about total systemization where the business runs without you. Less than 0.1% of wholesalers ever reach this level. These operators are doing millions of dollars monthly across multiple markets. Their business is completely systemized with documented processes for literally everything. Lead generation, acquisitions, dispositions, accounting, hiring, training, everything has a process. They probably have a CEO or an integrator running the daily operations. The owner isn't managing a team anymore. Somebody else handles that. They have a team of sales professionals, disposition specialists, VAs, support staff, real infrastructure, weekly leadership meetings happening that are reviewing metrics, not just individual deals. They're looking at market trends, expansion opportunities, strategic decisions, not whether or not deal 47 is going to close this week. The business could run for 30 days without owner involvement. And that's the test. Can your business operate without you for a month? And at this level, yes, it can. Some of these operators run wholesaling operations in 3 to 5 markets simultaneously, where others will just focus on one market but just dominate with volume. A few have transitioned to buying the deals themselves with private money instead of assigning them, and the best ones have turned their wholesale operation into a lead generation engine for their other investments, right? Now they can do fix and flips, rentals, development deals, because wholesaling became the funnel and the cash flow. Now people will say this isn't real wholesaling anymore, it's just business ownership, but that's exactly the point. Masters have transformed wholesale from a hustle into a complete enterprise. If you're not building towards systemization and scale, you're not building a business. You're just building a job that happens to pay very well. And in 10 years, these operators are going to be running real estate empires because the skills they built in team management, systems, and scale transfer to any business model, and that's what makes them masters. The master level wholesalers prove that wholesaling isn't just about closing deals. It's about building an operation that prints money while you can focus on the next opportunity. Now the question is, which level are you at and what's your plan to move up? This video right here will teach you how to start and scale a wholesale business. So check it out, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you on the next video.